Hey out there in slot car land, how's everybody doing this weekend? Hope everybody's doing well, getting what you're wanting, and maybe doing some racing and having some fun and being with people from the hobby and everything. Today we're going to be doing our paint on our wall. First we're going to do the base coat, and then we'll come back a little later and we'll do some detail work, paint some stones on the wall itself, and do some shading and stuff. But first we're going to lay down the base color. And if you haven't seen any of the episodes where I have done the wall work, the base color I use on these walls is a sand or sable. This is a Model Masters, Testors Model Masters paint, sand or sable. And that's what the base color is. And then we're going to come back in and do the wall, some of the rocks in the wall. You can't see it anymore, but this is a beige, Model Masters beige color. I have a flat tan color. I have a flat brown. And then we have a tome, or a Tamiya color. This is a flat earth, which is a darker brown, as you can see from the cap. So those are what we're going to use for the stones. And then we're going to use the shade pencil again, but I'll show you that when we actually do that part. So first off, let's just do the base coat. We'll get this base coat on, and then we'll let it dry, and then we'll come back. We'll take some time away. You won't see it, but I'll take some time away from the video, let this dry, and then we'll tape the other half of this, and I'll show you guys the detail work that we do. As you can see, I've also put the little supports on the backside. And I'm going to do the top off camera because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do there yet. So that's just a little bit. It'll be painted the same color as this side, so it's not going to be, too much of a work. Kind of not very interesting. So, and really, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that yet. So we'll go from there. I want to thank John. As you can see, I'm wearing the hat, John. I want to thank you for the cars, for the diecast cars you sent, for the diecast channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. If there's anything that you're wanting to find in diecast, just let me know, and I'll see if I can find it here in my area. So we're just going to lay this beige color, or the sable sand color down. And then we'll let this dry for a while today, and then I'll come back and we will do the detail work. Make it match the wall that's on the other side. Plus, with the paint, you can also hide a couple of flaws that you may have in your cutting if you didn't quite cut it right. But I found out that details like this on your layout really make your layout pop. Really gives it some realism. And it's not that hard to do, really. It just takes plastic and a little bit of creativity and a little bit of knowledge, just some knowledge and stuff about what, and more about not necessarily knowledge, but more about where to find this stuff. Because like I said, I can't even buy the plastic in town anymore. I have to go to either an hour away in the Tri-Cities for me to get what I need, or I have to go 3 hours to the big store in Spokane to get what I need plastic-wise. So whenever I'm at those places, I make sure I hit them and try and pick up extra plastic that I may need, that I'm either running low on, or if there's some new stuff that they have, like tile-wise or stonework-wise, or the tiny pieces like rails and stairs and all of that stuff, if they've got anything new that I haven't seen to pick up. Alright. So this will probably dry fairly quick because it's fairly warm down here in the hobby room. So, but there we go. We got our base color down. So we're gonna let that dry and let it sit for a little while. Let it dry, and then I'll come back and we'll shoot the other half of this with some detail work, make it look all pretty and whatnot. So let's let this dry, and we'll come back and we'll do some detail work. So just we'll give this a little time to dry, and we'll be back. So catch you later. All right, we're back. The base coat is dry now. So as you can see, all nice and dry. So we're gonna detail this first section. The big section right here, and then I'll do the rest of the wall off camera. That way we don't have to do it all together. So we're going to be using these three colors, the other three that I showed you that I have. And we're not going to do a whole ton of detail because it's a very small area, so we don't need to do like every stone. And then we'll be using the pencils that I have are from this right here. And I'm going to have to pick up another one because as you can see my brown is getting awfully small. Let's see if I can find those, see if Hobby Lobby actually carries those. These are old. I got these in the 90s, so I don't know if they still make them or not, but they should. We'll have to see if we can come up with some. So let's use the Tamiya first. Got different shades of brown so we can detail these rocks a little bit. These are, let's get the camera back down here. These are some square rocks, so gonna need a small fine brush. We'll start at the top here. Just a couple on different lines here. The ones that are sticking out of my way. Since that's got a speck on it, we'll do this one. So this is actually pretty easy if you get a small enough brush. Doing these rocks is fairly easy. It's not going to take a lot. Because we've got like 4 colors here, and this area is not that big. So let's do this one right here. Oh, it's alright. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to just leave that open because I'm going to be detailing the rest of this down the road. I'll work with that later for time constraint video things here. We'll move on to the flat tan. We'll use it. So just pick your stones. And you guys can use whatever colors you want. If you want to go, you know, grays and different gray tones, you can also do that. Get one up here. That should be good. Use the flat earth here, or no, not flat earth, but flat brown. I'll do a couple. Might not even need to use the beige color. Of course, this doesn't have to be perfect, because we're going to be doing some little detailing here. And we don't have to paint every single stone. You just got to paint a few here and there to give it a little variation in color, so it's not completely and you just keep working with it until you like it. Go back to the flat tan here for a second. Nose is running a little bit today. Allergies are kicked up a little bit. The wind's been blowing today, so my allergies are a little aggravated. Okay. kind of varying my color here to get it to the way, get it to how I want it. Okay, so that looks, I think I like that right like that. So we'll sit here and let this dry for a minute. And I'll be right back. We'll let this dry for a few seconds here, and then we'll be back and we'll do some shading. So let this dry for a second, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Paint's fairly dry, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the pencil. And we've got to be careful because of the acrylic on here is water-based, so we're going to have to be careful with that. But what I want to do, especially, is get the outline around the edges here. And then maybe some on the in-betweens here. We got to be careful of the acrylic color. And then just take your paintbrush. Let's grab a different one here. Oh, that's the wrong one. Snagged the wrong one. Here we go. Oh, that's still the wrong one. What the hell? There. I know what I'm doing. Just get some water. Camera straight here. There we go. Get some water. And then you just take the water and we just wet this down a little bit. And you just kind of take it, just add some color here, some texturing here. We don't want the sidebars to be colored as much. We just want the inner area here. And this works really well because you can put more on, you can take it off, you can wipe it off, and you can blot and do a lot of things with this stuff. Try and get the main line out of there that I put on there. Just kind of put it lightly on, and you can work it around, and it'll give it some contrast, not make it look so flat. Alright, and we'll just let that sit. Let that water dry a little bit, and if it's not what we like, we can always go back and do more and add more color and add more things to it and make it look even better. Maybe add some black in there to maybe it look a little grungy a little bit, but it's by the casino, so it won't look too grungy because they'll keep it clean. So that's this week's episode. Hope you guys like it. I'll get this all finished and we'll get this put in and get it all glued in and everything, and then we'll show it. We'll show it in the next main episode. We're gonna next week will be a bi-weekly feature car, and it'll be Elijah's. So he'll pick one, and we'll go on eBay and see if we can find it, and we'll talk about it a little bit. And then the week after that, we are going to let's see, what were we gonna do? Oh, we'll probably be doing either it'll be the comparison video between the Auto World specialty chassis and a old AFX specialty chassis, or we might also be doing the Magna Traction comparison between Auto World, Johnny Lightning, and a regular AFX. So I'm not sure which one of those, but it'll be one of those two that we'll be doing. And I hope you guys will enjoy that. It'll be just kind of a little cool thing to see the comparison about how they how the performances are between the differences between them and everything. So we'll do that. And hope you guys keep on racing slot cars. Keep the wheel on the downside. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. There'll be a little notation up here on this side of the corner for it. And then up on this side, we'll put the first video of this of building the wall if you missed that. And you can check that one out. So I hope you guys are doing well. Keep on watching. Keep on racing slot cars. Keep on having fun. Keep on collecting. And I love you guys. And we will catch you next weekend with a bi-weekly feature car. Catch you later. Bye.